guys, Dara here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing the Hamilton book tag. This tag was created by Maureen Keevy. I'll leave all her information down in the description box below. I know Hamilton has died down in popularity for a while now, but I am still obsessed with it as if it's still the first time I'm listening to it. I've seen a lot of Hamilton book tags and I've decided to switch up my answers. Though my first choice will always be Harry Potter, will always be Vampire Academy, I've decided to illuminate you guys with books that I have not mentioned that much in my channel. So without further ado, let's just get started because I can't wait to sing and dance to Hamilton. Let's go. So for the room where it happens, the question is a book world in which you would put yourself into. And for this one, I went with Velaris. And let me just say how much I loved Velaris. Velaris kind of reminds me a lot of brick roads, a lot of stones, kind of like how buildings and streets are built in Rome. I've never been there, but from what I've seen in movies, what I've seen in pictures, the architect is so beautiful. And I took a class while I was in college about architectures, and it was just the best class I've ever took, and I couldn't help but imagine Velaris in that same exact way as Rome and Italy. So yeah, if I would be able to put myself in a world, I would love to be in Perithian. Of course, I would like to be in Perithian when there's no war and nobody's dying, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. And also because, you know, Rysand will be there, so move over, Feyre.
So you disgust me. I'm a trust fund, baby, you can trust me. I've been reading common sense by Thomas Paine. Don't make me say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. And when I'm in common sense, I'm compelled to include women in the sequel. What? Look around, and how lucky we are to be alive right now.
The question that goes along with it is an underrated female character, and I'm gonna go with Jane by My Lady Jane. Now this book is a loose retelling of Lady Jane Grey when she was in power for 9 days, I believe. Like, she was queen for 9 days before she got beheaded. So I say loose retelling because I really do mean it's a loose retelling, okay? This book was so funny, and we have 3 points of views. We have the prince, which is Edward, we have Jane, and then we have Griffith. So Jane is shadowed by these other 2 male narratives, and it was so much fun to read Jane's point of view because she is so snarky, she's so surly, and she was really hilarious, and she told you how things were no matter whether she hurt your feelings or not. She is a huge bookworm, and she's one of the main reasons why stuff succeeded in this book. So yeah, love it. I totally recommend this book, and I believe the sequel, well, not a sequel exactly, it's more like a companion novel of another Jane, and I believe the sequel is called My Plain Jane, and I can't wait to read it because I want it now.
I imagine that so much it feels more like a memory. When's it gonna get me? In my sleep, 7 feet ahead of me. If I see it coming, do I run or do I let it be? Is it like a beat without a melody? See, I never thought I'd live past 20. Where I come from, some get half as many. Ask anybody why we living fast and we laugh. Reach for a blast, we have to make this moment last. That's plenty, scratch that. This is not a moment, it's the movement. We're all the hungriest brothers with something to prove. When foes oppose us, we take an honest stand and roll like Moses.
A character that goes after what they want and doesn't let anything stop them. And for this question, I'm gonna go with 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. This is absolutely a fantastic trilogy. I have not read the final book in the trilogy because I have to reread the first 2, but right now I'm rereading so many series, I just don't feel like I have the time to reread this now. This book is about our main character Marguerite, and when her father is murdered, she uses an invention that her parents have made called the Firebird to jump between dimensions, and she does this so she can find the killer. I absolutely loved Marguerite. She never let anything stop her in her quest of finding the person that killed her father. I just love how much of a girl empowerment it is. Now, I will say there's one thing about this book, like one little teensy scene that really irked me the wrong way, and till this day, every time I think about it, it makes me think like, ugh, nah, it should have never happened. Never should have happened. Totally recommend this trilogy. Is so good. Read it.
So despondent, I have taken over writing all his correspondence. Congress writes, George attacked the British forces. I shoot back, we have resorted to eating our horses. Local merchants deny us equipment, assistance.
this next book. If you have not read all of the Fifth Wave books, I suggest you mute because there will be spoilers. Unless you don't mind being spoiled. But if not, here we go, okay? Ready? Ready? Mute. Now, I wish Cassie was alive. Till this day, even thinking about it, it always hurts me. I made a book talk about this book. I also cried in that book talk talking about it. So if you want to see it, I'll link it up there. But Cassie was such a strong female character. I absolutely adored her. She was so driven to get whatever she wanted in life and anything she needed to protect her brother, and then have her die, have her sacrifice herself after finally getting her brother. It was just the most horrible feeling ever. But yes, I do wish she was still alive. End to a relationship you've ever read. And for this, I chose Empire Storms. If you haven't finished Empire of Storms, I'll probably put it up here. When the word spoiler disappears, you're good to unmute. So mute now. Though this wasn't a breakup to be exact, the ending to what Aelin did to sacrifice herself and leave Rowan and then have Lysandra pretend to be her and make it seem like she's still alive. It was the most heartbreaking moment of this entire book. Watching Rowan's reaction. Like, yes, I am Team Kale, but that doesn't mean I don't understand when two people love each other. And Rowan and Aelin's, their love is more powerful than the entire book. So when that happened, when Aelin decided to go with the freaking queen in that stupid coffin, it brings up so many emotions you don't know. And when Rowan asked Lysandra, he's like, okay, so we're gonna pretend Aelin is still alive. What happens when they expect her to have kids, huh? What are we gonna do? And then she turns to Aiden and she's like, well, Aiden and I will produce the babies and we'll pretend that you will be the father. Are you kidding me? You're going to take Aiden's kids away from him just so everybody believes that Aelin is still alive? So yeah, that was a very tragic moment, and it hurt me vicariously.
Cause when push comes to shove, I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Everybody, da 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 da.
So for You'll Be Back, it is the sassiest villain. Now, for the life of me, I could not produce a sassy book villain because I really haven't read that many book villains that require them to be sassy. I mean, I was gonna choose the Shatter Me, but let's face it, that sassy villain, not really a sassy villain. So I decided to choose a movie villain that I believe is very sassy. And the movie villain that I decided to choose is Loki. I know that's not how you say it, and I know people will be like, Dora, that's not how you pronounce Loki's name. So yes, I believe Loki is one of the sassiest villains in the Marvel Universe. I adore Loki from Asgard and back. And it's even more amazing that he's played by Tom because Tom is adorable, he's funny, he's such a gentleman, and it's really hard to hate him. Except at the end of Thor 2. That little shit.
I came as soon as I heard Angelica, all the way from London. Damn! Angelica, thank God someone who understands what I'm struggling here to do. I'm not here for you. I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. I love my sister more than anything in this life. I will choose her happiness over mine every time. But what we have died, I'm standing at her side. Even if it's past mine, I hope it's past mine.
The Reynolds Pamphlet is a book with a twist you did not see coming, and I know a lot of people hate this question because they're like, if you tell us a book that has a twist, you're basically ruining it and basically telling us a spoiler. Yes, in part you're right. If someone tells you there's a twist in a book, we are ruining it for you because you're expecting that twist and you're looking for it. So I was gonna show you the book, but now I've changed my mind. You're welcome.
The plan was to write a total of 25 essays, the work divided evenly among the 3 men. In the end, they wrote 85 essays in the span of 6 months. John Jay got sick after writing 5. James Madison wrote 29. Hamilton wrote the other 51. How do you write like you're running out of time? Write day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you write like you're running out of time. Like you're running out of time. Like you're running out of time. How do you write like tomorrow won't arrive? How do you write like you need it to survive?
Nonstop, a series you marathon. It has been centuries since I've marathoned a series. I honestly don't know what to tell you guys because the last book marathon I did was the City of Bones and the Clockwork Angel ones, like all these Shadowhunter books, and that was 4 years ago. No, actually, I just remembered there was a book series that I marathoned 2 years ago, and that was the Throne of Glass series. I marathoned them because I was trying to get myself ready for Empire of Storms. Marathoning this series was quite the ride. A lot of people were really hyping it up, and they were like, oh my god, we're so excited for Empire of Storms. My god, it's so amazing. And a lot of people did spoil me for what was to come after Crown of Midnight. After that, I think my favorite one to read was, I want to say, Queen of Shadows. Spoiler right now, if you have read the Throne of Glass series, please don't even say anything about the scene. Don't mention any spoilers about this scene. Put the name of the book down in the comments below. Which book was it that had the scene of Selena and Rowan mind talking to each other and Selena saying, I have no underwear, and Rowan kind of faltering? So yeah, like I said, let me know which book it was down in the comments below, and no spoilers.
So this is what it feels like to match wit with someone that you love. What the hell is the catch? It's the feeling of freedom of seeing the light. It's been pregnant with the key and the cat. You see it, right? The conversation lasted 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Everything we said and told was 3 minutes. 3 minutes, a bit of a dance, a bit of a posture, he's a bit of a stance, he's a bit of a flirt, but I don't give it a chance. I asked about his family. Did you see his answer? His hands are fidgeting, he loves his scabs. His honey, she's fine by the seat of his pants. Handsome, boy, does he know it? Each fun, but he can't even grow it.
Satisfied. Favorite book with multiple point of views. And for this one, I chose Scarlet. All of Marissa Meyer's and the Lunar Chronicles are retellings of fairy tales. So Scarlet is the Little Red Riding Hood, and Cinder was Cinderella. So not only do we get Little Red Riding Hood in this book, but we also still get the point of view of Cinder and a whole bunch of characters from the Cinder book. I was gonna say movie. They should really put this into a movie. I wonder if they'll ever turn this into a movie. I kind of wanted to, and I kind of don't. Some books just shouldn't be made into movies or TV shows.
But I'm still not through. I ask myself, what would you do if you had more time? The Lord in his kindness, he gives me what you always wanted. He gives me more time. How many times did they say on the Washington Monument? Tells my soul, I speak out against slavery. You know, I could have done so much more if you only had time. And when my time is up, have I got enough? Will they tell a story?
And so for Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story is a book/series you believe will be remembered throughout history. I know I said I wasn't gonna try and incorporate Harry Potter, but I kind of looked over my bookcase and I could not find for the life of me a book for this question that wasn't Harry Potter or Vampire Academy or any other hyped up book that's been out for more than 10 years. And for this one, I chose Harry Potter. And there's a meme out there on Facebook where it says, I can't wait for Harry Potter to become classic literature. That way, all of my knowledge of Harry Potter isn't considered weird. And I'm like, I'll raise a hand to that. This series really, truly is a fantastic book that everyone should read. And I know a lot of people have seen the movies and they're like, there's no need for me to read them. But if you really loved the movies, I really suggest you read the books as well. So that is the Hamilton book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I most definitely did enjoy myself. Let me know down in the comments below if you absolutely love Hamilton, and if you do, which is your favorite song. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more of my face, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!